While working on retention, the toughest question is when your customer will buy next from you. So that's the key question of retention marketing. And whenever we start working with a client, so for any strategy to work, we need to definitely know that what's the duration, or like what's the average duration between the orders for the customer and when we can expect the next order. So if we are sending any kind of a communication or any messaging or anything like that, so we need to know that when we can, like, the customer will place their next order. So this video talks about that. So in this video, we will look at the predictive analytics. We will look at the ways to and how to use that information to predict accurately when your customer will buy next from you. So jumping into this, so the problem statement is, can you predict lifetime value of your customer and when your customer will place the next order? So this is very tricky question, and rarely any brand can say with confidence that their customer will order after X days or 10 days or 30 days. Even if for pharmaceuticals brand which we have worked with, even if they sell a capsule or like a supplement for 30 days, then also you can't be sure that customer will consume within 30 days. So it's always a guesswork, it's always a range. So typically what happens is that you can give a range that most of our customers buy after like 42 days by the numbers, but it's a average, it's always the average. So it's never accurate, and it's for the customer X, you cannot say with sure or for sure that when the customer X will buy again from the store. So in this, what we'll do is that we take the help of AI, and there is a lot of like stats, there is lot of there's like a lot of predictive analytics, very complex math formulas to come up with a number. Like if we have okay, so if the customer has made multiple orders, so the tool can come up with a accurate assumption that the customer A will buy after 30 days and customer B will buy after next purchase will be after 10 days and customer C will buy next after this thing. And it sounds like magic, and it's just magic. The first time I saw this, I was completely amazed. So this is basically how the predictive analytics comes into the picture. So I will jump into the tool and we will walk you through the process. But this is the basically over here for a single customer. So this is a snapshot. I can show you like inside the tool how it will look inside the tool, but just in this this is the number, like the total customer lifetime value. This is the historical, like for out of 178 only 83 has been placed order earlier and 95 he will be placing order in the future. And that's a predictive analytics, and only one order have been placed. This is a more mature account, which is like customer has 14, I have placed 14 orders. So with 14 orders we can know for sure that when the customer will buy next, and I think the frequency have gone down or the speed of ordering might have gone down. So that's why like the future is very bleak, sort of like if someone has ordered 4 orders, then what we would want is like more orders in the future. But like what the AI can do or the predictive analytics can do for you is like it can tell you expected next day of purchase. It can tell you like the predictive overall customer lifetime value. It can tell you about other things, like there are in Klaviyo you can get to the gender of the person. So based on the buying behavior, it can tell you that this is what's the gender of the user. So there are multiple effects, but we have not used those kind of capabilities, but we have definitely used what's the expected next date of purchase and what's the overall lifetime value, like if it's like a valuable customer or it's a regular customer, if it's we need to spend more for that customer, or we can give out more offers, or we can give a lower quality offers, or not lower but like a lower discount offers to a low CLV customer. So it can help you to come up with those kind of strategies. And over here we can also have a look at like historical. This was a old graphic Klaviyo, but they this is like a new branded and new designs, and over here it's more like a old designs which were earlier in place. Now once we have this problem statement is sorted, like predictive analytics, this analytics side of things, so we get like 4-5 data points. Now the idea is to slice this audience, your audience, into this, and we'll show you like how the tools like what kind of options we get. So we get like predictive, we get like predictive number of orders, we get like average order value, and I was telling about like predictive gender. So this was like a new addition, but it's still like historical customer lifetime value, what's the this thing, and how we play with this, like so one, like we have only used it for two things. One is like CLV based segmentation, which is like to know that how valuable is your customer, and if you know that the customer value will be higher, like it's a $500 customer or $50 customer, and based on that we can like apply more different kind of promotion strategies. Second options what we have used is like expected next day of purchase, and this is really important because over here what we have done is mostly around this thing, that what you get is over here we can get in the expected date of next purchase is in the last 7 days. So basically for Klaviyo also, for segments also, you can't be putting a segment just on the like November 12 as a next day of purchase. What we will be always putting a range, and even with the range, because this is also a tool, like customer buy their own pace and you never know when the customer will buy. So it's ideally best to keep it within a range. We keep it from 5 days to 10 days or like 7 days to 14 days within a range of next buying. Typically our go-to is 5 days. So we typically put expected date in next 5 days. So it's like we try to play it behind the scene and then we start the communication, and it's always never the single communication. So it's like 4-5 communications. So we hit it before 5 days, we hit it on the day as per Klaviyo, then we hit the user, or the like there is a messaging which goes after 5 days. So it's more like hitting the sweet spot, and but still customer will buy on their own choice, but it's always, it's a guesswork. And these are the two kind of segments we typically create. And then coming to the communication. So on the communication side of things, there are two things. One is like hitting like what we just discussed about the like the next purchase. So we can use the next purchase duration and try to send recommendation, replenishment, repeat purchase request around that time. So if we know that customer will buy after 40 days, so I will start communication at 35 days and I will keep the communication till 45. In that like 4-5 email sequence, we will send the replenishment, we will send the cross sell, we will send this kind of a messaging, and those have worked well. So this is a exact implementation of start 5 days before the expected date of purchase. Then we like this send email, then 4 days, then 3 days, and then there might be coupon play, there might be something else, but this is for a predictive replenishment or cross sell. So it's the same automation, but it's just instead of a guesswork that I will send my replenishment mail or cross sell email after 15 days of purchase. And for most of the brands, sometimes we use this mainly for large marketplaces, because if they are selling into like multiple like shoes, t-shirt or jeans, so every product range or every category might have a different repeat purchase frequency. So predictive also helps you with that you don't need to worry about when the next customer, or depending on the category behavior or those kind of behavior, like AI and the tool will take care of that. So that's the idea over there. Second is the predictive winback. So predictive winback is similar to winback. It just, if Klaviyo says that after 40 days, so you let it pass like after 30 days. So you give customer a range of 40 plus 30 days. So even if someone has not bought after 70 days, then we typically send out like something like we miss you, or we may like will certain, like a typical winback flow. But there is a, you don't hit it on that time slot when they are looking to buy. You try to wait, and once they are over that duration or over the like the buffer time, then we hit them with this thing. So that's the like strategies, and they have worked really well. Now jumping inside the tool, let me just for the tool what we have is, one is this. So this is like within 5 days, and this the first so I think this was the exact automation which I was showing, and this works really well. It's smooth, the opens is good, and this works really well for the brand. For the metrics, this is the analytics metrics which is available in profiles and this range in all profiles section. And in a customer profile, once you look at the metrics over here, there is this like a predictive analytics, and similarly on this, like on a different user, you can get a sense. And in the segment, it's more about like how we can create a segment. So it's one is expected next day of order, which is in properties about someone, and second one is a predictive analytics about someone, which includes all the predictive analytics thing. So this is more about the whole philosophy of predictive, like what's the predictive is about, what's the problem statement, then, and it's available in Klaviyo, but it's also available in other tools, and this thing, and it tend to help you with the question. Again, the question is still remains that when your customer will buy next from you, and can you predict the exact date when the customer X will buy next from you. But with the current scenario, with the AI coming up and all those things, we don't need to answer that question. We can let the machine do the heavy lifting. The problem becomes, just a word of caution on this one, the problem comes with the one-time buyers, because one-time buyers are very unpredictable. Or if you have a skewed data, like in the terms of the volume is much driven from a single product, which is one-time buy, or like there might be this thing, but it works fairly well for any store about doing like 100K per month, or a marketplace with like 10,000 or 5,000 SKUs. So for those kind of scale brands, this is fairly accurate. And we have seen like other approach is completely guesswork. There is a cohort analysis, you can try to figure out that date with the cohort analysis, but cohort analysis or any number will give you average, which is on the store level. So for a user level, there is no other way, I think, apart from predictive analytics. So hopefully this was helpful, and if you find this useful, please do subscribe. Thank you.